My beautiful friends. I just want to jump on here because I wanted to share with you guys the importance of gut health. I am a holistic wellness practitioner and I specialize in gut health. So I haven't talked about it in a little while. If you follow me, you might have seen some posts, some videos that I share talking about gut health. But I wanted to share with you guys today 10 signs that your gut may be compromised. Um, and these signs are signs that you may not always think about when you think about gut problems. Because I think most people, when they think about gut health, they're thinking, or gut related issues, are thinking, bathroom problems. I have stomach problems. I can't go to the bathroom. I might struggle with IBS or things of that nature. But those are all signs of gut that your gut can be compromised, but there are some other signs that we might not be thinking about that I wanted to share with you guys today. I think gut health is incredibly important. It's at the root of most ailments out there. Just like Hippocrates has quoted before, and you might have heard me say this before, but he says all disease begins in the gut. And I truly believe that. And I myself had a compromised gut before in the past. You guys might have heard me share some information on that. So I struggled with some random strange symptoms. So I was getting vertigo. I was struggling with anxiety. I was getting severe lack of energy, foggy brain, just all these strange symptoms that I would never have correlated with gut health. And after talking to several, doctors, even, some naturopaths, nobody ever brought it back to gut health. So after doing my own thorough research, kind of took it into my own hands because I was just over having these strange symptoms. And I knew there had to be a reason because as a health coach, I truly believe that there's always a root cause to every strange symptom or ailment that's happening in the body. So once I did my own research, I did come to find that I believed it was my gut that was compromised. And I thought that I was following a pretty clean, wholesome diet, which I was, but there was still things in there that were irritating my gut. And that's something to be aware of because I think a lot of us too think, oh, I eat healthy and I'm fine. My gut's, not compromised. I'm a really healthy person. But that doesn't always mean that we are eating always the right foods that fuel our gut. We could actually be eating the wrong foods that are actually damaging our gut, which was happening to me. So once I worked to nourish my gut and to get it healed, all of those symptoms completely disappeared within 2 weeks. So now I know what to stay away from, how to nourish my gut. But anyways, I just want to jump on here again and just share with you guys some signs that you may not think about that are important to know and to look out for. So if I'm looking down, it's because I have some notes written down so I don't forget. So the first one is if you struggle with stress, chronic stress, anxiety, depression, focus, all of those can be signs that you have a compromised gut. Our brain and gut have a direct connection. So our gut, or if I move my phone around, sorry, but the lining of our gut actually has very similar tissue as the tissue in our brain. And it is a known fact that our our brain and gut are directly connected. So if you have a compromised gut, you're going to have a compromised brain. So you are going to struggle with strange symptoms like I did myself of anxiety, depression, and it all has to do with the state of your gut. And this is aside from if, obviously we all go through things in life that can bring stress and anxiety and, where you feel down in your life. And that's all normal too. But if this is like a chronic ongoing problem, even when you feel like, there's nothing significant happening in your life, but yet you still seem to be struggling with anxiety, depression, you may need to take a look at your gut because again, it's directly connected. And if your gut is compromised, your brain is going to be compromised. And if your gut is dying, your brain is going to be dying. So people who even struggle with memory loss or dementia and more severe ailments in the brain, it's definitely it's definitely a compromised gut. So that definitely is something to take a look at. The next thing is if you get sick a lot. 3/4 of our immune system are actually in our gut microbiome. So again, if the healthier your gut is, the healthier you're going to be. If you're somebody who gets sick all the time, you seem to always catch a cold, you can't ever seem to stay away from, getting something that's going around, you need to just really up level your gut health and fuel your gut with the right foods, and really reduce inflammation and really fuel it with the friendly bacteria. And the more you fuel your gut, the stronger your immune system is going to be, and you won't get sick as often at all. So again, remember that a big majority of your immune system is in your gut. So healthier gut, healthier immune system. Number 3 is skin problems. Are you somebody who struggles with acne, dry skin, rosacea, eczema, anything that has to do with your skin? Our skin, as we know, is one of our biggest organs, or is our biggest organ. So it's whatever's happening on the inside is going to come out and show in our skin. So again, the healthier we are on the inside, the more radiant our skin's going to be, the clearer it's going to be. It's going to have less signs of aging. It's going to be really healthy. So, and if your body is just filled with toxins and your gut's compromised, it's going to show in your skin. The toxins are going to try to come out, and it's going to come out in the form of acne or other chronic skin problems. Just a quick something about myself. I actually, after high school, number one, I had a horrible diet throughout high school, even though I did play back and forth with being a vegetarian, but I was not a healthy vegetarian in high school when I did decide to become vegetarian. But I ate horribly. And even when I wasn't vegetarian, I was a classic, lots of sugar, lots of processed food. I ate at McDonald's all the time. Make me want to puke when I think about it now. But that was how I ate. And after my high school year, like the summer after my high school, my senior year, I got the worst acne that I've ever had in my life, like super severe, really bad cystic acne. And now looking back, I know 100% it was because of my diet, and all of those toxins in my body were just crying to get out of my body. And it was all coming out through terrible acne. So once I cleaned up my diet, I started learning more about clean eating. Guess what? My skin cleared up. I did have some help from a dermatologist, I won't lie, because my skin was so bad. At that time, I had no idea how to fix my skin. But now I know for sure that it definitely has to do with an unhealthy inside. And the more processed foods we eat, the more toxins we're intaking, it's going to all come out in our skin. So if you want radiant, beautiful skin, there is no magic cream, there is no magic pill. You have to have a clean diet and stay away from all the junk. And I promise you, your skin will clear up. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be radiant, on top of intaking healthy foods, lots of water, green foods, green juices, superfoods. All of that stuff just fuels radiant skin and keeps aging at bay, which is one of my favorite things. So I'm all about that clean, clear skin. So number 4 is stubborn weight. If you're somebody who struggles with losing weight, you can't seem to lose those last few pounds, you always seem to hit a plateau where you can't shed weight, no matter what you're dieting, how much you're exercising, but you just can't seem to lose the weight in your belly, that can be a sign that your gut, again, is compromised. When your gut is not healthy, your metabolism is not going to be healthy. Your hormones are not going to be healthy. Everything's going to go out of whack. Nothing's going to be balanced. And your body is not going to be able to release weight the way that it's meant to, the way that it's supposed to. So once you get your gut balanced and healthy, your hormones are naturally going to balance out. Your metabolism is naturally going to speed up and balance out as well. And I promise you, those unwanted pounds are going to melt away. So number 5, autoimmune disease. So I know that autoimmune disease can be one of those tricky things where doctors, they're hard to diagnose. People can get the most array of symptoms if you have autoimmune disease. And again, there's been so much study and so much research out there that autoimmune disease and gut health is directly connected. It all stems from the gut, as all disease does. So if you're somebody who struggles with an autoimmune disease, please take a look at your gut. Even if your doctors aren't telling you to, and if it's something they haven't brought up, even get a second opinion. Go see an integrative doctor who does believe in gut health, because that is the key to healing ailments from autoimmune conditions. There's something called leaky gut. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but leaky gut is the number one reason behind autoimmune disease. And basically what happens with leaky gut is when your gut is severely compromised, and normally it's because of years of just, having a damaged gut and putting in the wrong foods where it continues to damage your gut. It all catches up with you over time and eventually can turn into an autoimmune condition. So basically what happens is when the lining of your gut microbiome gets so incredibly compromised and tore down that it creates holes in the lining of the gut lining. And then when you eat food particles are going through those holes into your bloodstream, into your system, and it turns on an autoimmune response inside your body. Basically, your body goes into attack mode because something foreign is happening in there, something's not right, so it starts to attack itself. And that's what happens with autoimmune disease, is that your body turns against itself and it starts attacking its organs. So when your gut is really sealed up, it has a really strong lining, and it's super nourished, healed, and the wrong foods are removed from your diet, those kind of symptoms from autoimmune will start to disappear. So something to definitely consider looking into if you are somebody who has an autoimmune condition. I would highly recommend to seriously look into that. Number 6 is acid reflux. If you're somebody who struggles with acid reflux, heartburn, that can be a sign that your gut is compromised as well. After having a diet that is not healthy and that does create inflammation in the body, it can create an over amount of acid in our gut. Acid comes from an unhealthy diet, and it's very, really important to have your body be alkaline on the inside to kind of combat having too much acid in your system. And once that happens, once your body does have too much acid in the gut, then it's trying to come up through the esophagus out of your body, and that's where you get the heartburn and the acid reflux. And once again, when you start really putting in the right foods to rid your body of too much acid, and balance out the pH in your system, which comes from adding foods that make your body really alkaline. And again, keep in mind that disease cannot thrive in an alkaline environment. So when you're putting in lots of healthy food, chlorophyll, green foods, just tons of really rich, dense nutrition into your body, disease can not only thrive in that kind of environment, but you will not have an over amount of acid inside your body. And a lot of that, like I said, can come from the wrong foods. So, and acid reflux actually is minor as it may seem. Some people do get severe acid reflux, and it can turn quite serious, and esophageal cancer can be a result of chronic acid reflux that was left untreated. So it is very important to make sure that your body is balanced and that you don't have an over amount of acid in your system. So like I said, keeping your body as alkaline as you can is super important, and a really important key component to having a healthy gut. Number 7, yeast overgrowth. So yeast overgrowth in your body is when you have too much bad bacteria in your system, in your gut, and now it's really just take it off, and now it just spreads throughout your body. If you're somebody who struggles with yeast infections, even having, like, if you take a look at your tongue, if you have a white coat on your tongue all the time, that could be a sign of overgrowth of yeast in your body. Yeast overgrowth, it can be absolutely damaging to your body. There's so many terrible ailments that can come from that. It's so crucial to keep a healthy balance of good bacteria in your body. That is what makes your gut thrive. That's what keeps your gut super strong and just super nourished. And sometimes when we take too many antibiotics, medications, prescriptions, all that kind of stuff can just completely wipe out the good bacteria in your body. So if you are somebody who takes those quite frequently, there is a good chance that you might have a yeast overgrowth inside your system. So sometimes it's good to do a good yeast cleanse, candida cleanse, also called candida. Candida basically is an overgrowth of yeast throughout your body that has just spread like wildfire, and now you may be suffering from a lot of different ailments that can come, that may look like not only yeast infections, but it can come, you can have brain fog, low energy, um, just, I can't even, I can't think, but there's a lot of strange symptoms that you can get from having a yeast overgrowth, candida, throughout your body. So super, super important to keep your healthy bacteria balanced inside your gut. And when you do, your gut's going to thrive. It's going to be happy. It's all that friendly bacteria is just going to continue to build up. And there's a lot of ways to get healthy bacteria into your body. You can take a really good sourced probiotic. You can eat fermented foods such as kombucha, kefir, healthy fermented sauerkraut, kimchi. There's a lot of options out there to start incorporating into your diet, but it's extremely important to really be mindful of how am I nourishing my gut, because to keep the good bacteria thriving, because we don't want a candida overgrowth to take over our system, because then our body will literally just start to fall apart. So number 8, energy. Who struggles with energy? Are you somebody who you feel like you wake up and you're still tired all the time? You just cannot seem to have enough energy. You go through the day and you're dragging. You feel like you constantly need to fuel your body with coffee or, energy drinks, anything just to keep you feeling like you have energy. That can be a sign too that your gut is not at its healthiest state. Super important to fuel your body with the right foods so that you're fueling your gut and you can have proper energy. Another reason why we sometimes struggle with low energy and why it pertains to our gut is because when our gut is compromised, like I mentioned, when you have a leaky gut and those holes are created, we're losing a lot of really important minerals and vitamins that just go right through the lining of our gut and out of our body. So basically our body is not absorbing the proper amount of nutrition. Also, our gut lining has these little finger-like materials called villi, and that is what absorbs the nutrients and minerals that we get from our food. So when your gut is compromised, those little villi fingers that look like this get mowed down and now look like this. So there's no longer anywhere for those important nutrition to absorb into your body properly, because the villi has been mowed down, eaten away, destroyed from an unhealthy diet, missing healthy bacteria. And when you're missing vital nutrients, then we lack energy. You have to have a proper amount of vitamins and minerals for your body to thrive, to have energy, to feel good. You won't need to have caffeine. You won't need to have coffee and energy drinks to feel awake and to feel like you have the right amount of energy. I myself personally don't drink caffeine. I don't feel like I need caffeine ever. I'm a huge advocate for superfoods, so that is my morning and daily fuel, is just fueling my body with tons of good, dense nutritional drinks that keep me feeling energized, and I don't feel tired. I feel good. I feel healthy. So when you do that and you start incorporating the right things into your diet, into your body, your gut's going to thrive. You're going to have the right amount of nutrition. Your lining is going to be sealed so that your body is properly absorbing important vitamins and minerals, and you will have good energy. So, number 9 is high cholesterol. 35 microorganisms in the digestive tract actually affects the level of fat in your blood. So, super important again to have a thriving gut health. It's going to directly affect your heart and the cholesterol levels in your heart. So when you have a cruddy diet, you're putting in, a lot of unhealthy fats in your diet, or just, too much processed foods, too much of the wrong foods. Again, it's just going to destroy the gut. It's going to break the gut down, but it's going to also affect the heart. I'm sure we all know that unhealthy fatty foods affect your heart health. There are a lot of healthy fats and out there that we do need to be having in our diet for sure. I think some people might get confused when they think of having a diet high in healthy fats. I don't think everybody always knows what that means and what that looks like. But I'm talking like coconut oil, ghee butter, avocado oil, avocados, just really good things that just create those healthy fats in your body that make your heart health thrive. It makes your gut thrive. And the healthier our gut is, the healthier our heart health is going to be. So super important. Again, just another reason to have a thriving gut. Number 10 is asthma. We don't always I'm sure most people don't even remotely think when they struggle with asthma or they know somebody with asthma that would ever have anything to do with your gut. But it can. And sometimes people who struggle with asthma, especially from when they're little, it can be a sign of the state of their gut when they were born. We eat what the mother eats when we're in the womb. I have children, so whatever I was eating, my kids were eating. So we are actually building our children's immune system and gut health inside the womb. So I think a lot of people want to just get carried away and run off with I'm pregnant, I can eat whatever I want to now. I'm going to just eat all the junk and all the sugar and all the processed foods because now's my chance. I'm hungry, I'm growing, the baby's growing, she needs lots of food. The baby needs lots of healthy food, lots of dense nutrition so that her immune system and her body can thrive. So when she's born or he's born, she has a healthy gut, a strong, healthy gut microbiome, a really healthy immune system. And it all starts from when we are in the womb. So sometimes when babies are born and they start having asthma at a young age, it could have to do with the state of the amount of good bacteria that is in the gut or that is missing. So super important, again, to keep our children in mind, or even yourself, if you're someone who's always struggled with asthma, it can go back to your gut. If you've had it for a long time, like I said, since you were younger, it can be over the time of the kind of foods you ate and when you were in the womb, but then also growing up. So take a look at your gut. It definitely could be a reason for why you are struggling with asthma. And there has been a lot of research that asthma symptoms do start disappearing when the gut is properly nourished and healed. So those are the 10 things that I had for you guys that I wanted to share. Super important. So I'm just going to recap again. So stress, anxiety, depression, remember that brain gut connection. So healthy gut, healthy brain. If you get sick a lot, 3/4 of your immune system is located in your gut. Healthy gut, healthy, thriving immune system. Skin problems. If your gut is compromised, if you have an unhealthy diet, it is going to come out in your skin. If you want beautiful, radiant skin, take care of your gut and cut out all the wrong foods. Those wrong foods, processed foods, sugar, unhealthy fats, all of that, any junk, just get it out of the diet, and your skin is going to clear up. Like I said, there is no magic potion. You have to start from the inside. Stubborn weight, remember the stubborn weight. If you have an unhealthy gut, your metabolism and your hormones are not going to be balanced. Balance your gut, balance your hormones and your metabolism. Acid reflux, when you have a healthy amount of acid in your stomach, when you don't have a crazy amount of acid inside of your stomach, in your gut, you will not have acid reflux. So remove the wrong foods again, nourish that gut. Autoimmune disease, directly connected to your gut. Leaky gut is the cause of autoimmune conditions. When you have a strong, sealed gut microbiome, you those autoimmune conditions and ailments will slowly disappear. So take care of your gut, nourish your gut. It is a center of everything. Energy, when we are lacking nutrition and minerals because of a compromised gut lining, we are going to be missing vital nutrition. So when we start incorporating the right foods and healing our gut, we are going to have tons of energy. Yeast infections, candida overgrowth. Remember, add tons of healthy bacteria into your diet and into your gut, and try to stay away from antibiotics. There's a lot of things that can replace it out there. Work to get off of medications because it will compromise your health and your gut. High cholesterol. Remember, the gut and the heart is connected as well. So the microorganisms in your digestive tract are directly connected to heart health. Healthy gut, healthy heart. Asthma, like I mentioned lastly, it can be a sign of how our gut was compromised from when we were little and not having enough good bacteria in our gut. So fuel your gut, you guys. I want you guys to be healthy out there. The gut is everything. It's at the center of everything in your body. It is the number one cause of disease and sickness. So when you heal your gut, you will literally heal your health. I promise you. It's so important. There's a little saying that I've always loved, that the body is your castle and the queen is your gut. If your gut is compromised, the queen, your gut, the body, or the castle, sorry, the queen is going to take it down with her. So, and it's so true, because your gut is the queen. And if I mentioned, maybe I said that completely wrong, but your gut is your queen and the body is the castle. So if your gut, the queen, is not healthy and thriving, she's going to bring the castle down with her, which is your body. And it's so true. When your gut gets compromised, your body literally falls apart. I've been there. I've experienced it myself. So if you guys need help and you need any tips on how to have a healthy, thriving body, a healthy, thriving gut, I have lots of tips, lots of ideas. I have programs that will rebuild your gut back up again, reset your gut if you're somebody who needs to just get that gut microbiome completely reset again. Reach out to me. I'm happy to share. I'm happy to help you. So happy to help. Blah, blah, blah. I'm getting all like tongue twisted now. I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day, and I hope this, helped you guys, give you a little bit more insight on how to have a happy, thriving gut. So take care, my friends, and nourish that gut. Have an awesome day.